Hi, I'm Christian, aka Snakebird, and welcome to my channel. Numbers define who we are, so you should hit that subscribe button to help me feel better about myself. My lifelong dream is to surpass ninjaydes in subscribers, so you should really hit that button to help me out. Please enjoy the video, and remember, bigger number, better person.
I don't got the mark anymore, so there's no doubt about it. Oh.
Alright, welcome back.
We still have it though.
Once again, I'm the only one still cursed. Okay, let's get to that title screen, and we end.
Glad I made it in the nick of time. If my legs weren't in such good shape, it would have been over for us.
Thanks for saving us, but you know that was pretty reckless. I thought I said it's dangerous for a group of mark bearers to go somewhere haunted.
Yeah, you did mention something like that when I was eating. Completely slipped my mind.
Tell us, old man. What happened at the mansion?
I'm not quite sure myself, but I'll tell you what I know. Oh, more stuff? After you left, I wandered the place looking for something to eat. My mark hurt like hell right by a room. I slipped inside and found a bunch of chisels and things.
Interesting. You must mean that room I found.
I was kinda out of it because of the mark at that point. But I noticed one of the chisels was glowing all weird with a dark light.
Interesting.
I knew right away that it was hiding something, some awesome spiritual power.
But what made you decide that you had to bring the chisel here? You seemed sure it would be effective against the cannon soldier.
I heard a voice when I picked it up. It reminded me of a lady, sorta. It said, to bring the chisel to you. And that's when it hit me. It was what I'd been looking for.
Oh, that thing you mentioned in the car. The heart of the curse that created the spirit.
Exactly that. So I poofed it over to give it to you.
When I looked through that room before, Yasuoka said that the Kujo family used to create Buddha statues a long time ago. It's possible that the chisel was used to create the statue that became the cannon soldier. I don't know what that voice was that he heard. Probably something like the mysterious voice that guided me before. You know, I haven't heard it in a while.
That's true. And that's what happened. So we heading back to the mansion then, Snakebib? For one, I'm hungry, but I bet Daimon's worried too. I left without saying a word after all.
Yeah.
Or what if he's the one that does?
Searching for documents on the mark, charting all of the statues out. It'll take more than a day to do all that. We should go back to the mansion and figure out what to do next.
What? We're leaving already? I wanted to examine this place.
I glanced at the statue falling to the floor. Sorry, but you'll have to do that another time.
Fine. In exchange, not one word about this shelter to anyone else.
See, so if we chose the one in the middle of the eyes, I think she would have like went back and looked at it, and then we're like, wait, what happened, Hiru?
Yeah.
And then you come back and she's like dead.
Probably. Oh, because that first time, remember Tsukasa? He went into the school, but then he came out fine.
Yeah, you're right. So it would have been Tsukasa who dies, not Moe.
Probably.
You're right.
I don't know why he would die. Or...
Oh, you're so right, actually. I think if we flared Hanahiko, Tsukasa would have just went in there and then he wouldn't come out. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna study every inch of it.
Yeah, okay.
Hey now, this is my home. Can't have you rooting around here. That's just you saying that. You don't legally live here. I'll bring you food, so stop complaining. Much obliged.
We return to the concrete passageway. I might be matching in it, but it feels like the air in here is a little less stagnant than it was before. Wow, we did it. We climb out of the manhole in Emno, South Alley. Running. Daimon runs up to us, drenched in sweat. He looks even worse than usual. He probably shouldn't have run.
Oh. Cough, cough. I found you. Hey, old man. Why did you suddenly sprint out of the mansion? My mark is gone now, too. What in the world happened? I had something to give Snakebib. Isn't that right, Hiru? I guess. I'd rather not think of the consequences if you hadn't made it in time. I'm not sure I follow, but it seems he really helped you out. Well then. If I must do my investigation another day, are we splitting ways here? Our marks are gone now. Snakebib still has his, though.
Yeah, thanks, man. This always happens, I'm used to it. But now I might be able to change that. Finally discovered where the statues stolen from 8th Shrine are.
I'm lost, but I'm glad for you.
Thanks to all of you. I'll
Aw.
figure the rest out by myself.
Cute.
You should all return to your regular lives. I think like 2 more. I think 2 more. On the 8th one, it's done.
2 more?
Like, no, like,
2 more monsters, demons?
Yeah. I think we're like really near the end.
I didn't say that. You sure you'll be okay?
Something will work out eventually. Besides, this is Saikujo's dying wish. I want to respect it. The last one's Mary. We all know. We all know.
Well, thanks. I'll head back then. I've been missing all those chemical smells from the lab. Okay.
Good to hear your research is exciting. But don't forsake your humanity over it and end up like Miss Zoo.
Like I do that. It's not even funny, by the way. Oh yeah, Mr. Snakebib. Whenever you want to get those statues, I'll help out. Until then, see you.
Okay.
So we'll see her again. I'll be off as well. Or, honestly, all this has put a strain on me. I'm barely staying upright. Cough.
Whatever you do, don't collapse on your way home, please.
Hey, Snakebib. One day I'm hoping to let the public know about the underground shelter. For the sake of the wandering souls without a proper burial. I'd like it if you help with it. See you around. Guess I'll go too.
You're not returning to the shelter, are you?
I'm not that brave. The soldier's gone, but there's plenty other things down there. I'll give it a few days to settle.
So you're still planning on going back? I'm not sure I'd call that a smart move.
Comes with living this kind of life. I'll bunker down in a park or under a bridge until things calm down. See you, Snakebib. Bring me more food next time, yeah?
Wow. The former mark bearers have all left. I should probably head to the mansion myself. Is he gonna be attacked or something? Like, I've got to decide what to do next.
Shoot, there's no one to talk to anymore.
What the? I hear a voice calling from behind me. Oh, it's this guy?
Oh.
I turned to see Banshee in the middle of the road, staring intently at me. What's wrong?
I remember now.
His eyes are as wide as saucers. Like
Ooh.
sauce? For sauce?
Yeah. Forgot because of the mark, but I met you before. Ooh.
What? What do you mean?
Well, let me think.
He scratches his chin. I know his memories are probably all a mess, having just gotten them back.
Ah.
But I don't have time to wait for him.
Yes. We first met 5 years ago. And then again 10 days ago. Well, 10 days ago was when we... Wait, no, that was before Hanahiko.
That was before Hanahiko, I think. I feel like I've been struck by lightning. I first arrived at Kujo Mansion 10 days ago. Interesting, okay. That means I met him before I lost my memories. I need to know, who in the world am I?
I couldn't say. I wasn't interested in asking your name and you didn't give it.
Then tell me, what you do know? Tell me about myself, please.
Okay. I owe you for the food, so ask.
What should I ask about?
Oh. 10 days ago, probably. I just seen the cannon soldier, and you can bet I booked it out the manhole. I ran into you on the street. How'd you treat me to food to celebrate? Thanks for that, by the way. Oh, that's it.
Banshee's talking about the person I was before I lost my memories. It's weird to hear about myself this way.
You'd mentioned you'd been overseas.
Interesting.
You'd only come back recently, about a month ago. Oh, and that's when I learned of the mark. You told me about it. It slipped my mind until just now.
By that time, what's my right arm?
Yeah, I had the mark.
Oh, interesting.
You were acting all odd, though.
So he had the mark before he lost his memories?
You go to remember something, and then sub over the words.
The curse is probably in the late stages. In fact, I'd completely forgotten my name and passed a few hours after that.
By the by, I've got something to tell you. This here Banshee Ito is a much nobler character than regular folk. That's why I lead a detached life, away from the world's vulgarities.
What are you trying to say?
I could be crazy desperate, but I'd never shame in my dear departed mom or divine providence. You understand?
Not really. You lost me.
I'm saying I'd never resort to stealing, even dying of hunger. Here, these are yours.
He pulls out a wristwatch and a wallet. Yo, my Rolex? Thanks, bro. Each looks like an antique. They're inlaid with subtle designs.
You forgot them at the restaurant.
Let me see them. Is my G license in here? I grabbed them both and rushed to open the wallet. I feel bad that ninjaydes has to wait like 3 weeks to see this. But there's no ID inside. Oh. There's no driver's license or company card with an ID in it when you got it.
Don't ask me. You said you forgot your old wallet somewhere and lost it. It was probably in there.
Oh. I look at what else is in the wallet. Bills, coins, and a number of familiar business cards.
Sayakujo, okay.
Okay, that's asking me how you know about Sayakujo.
Yeah. Those things. You tried to give me one. Told me to go there if I remembered anything. But I gave it back. I don't make a habit of carrying useless stuff.
Sayakujo's card was in my pocket when I first arrived at Kujo Mansion. Must have been the one Banshee returned. There's no doubt about it. I lost all my memories after I met Banshee. Next is... 5 years ago.
You showed up at the shelter. Wanted to know about the Heavenly Buddha project. Gave me food. Huh, actually, you were more focused on the Kujo family than the cannon soldier. Ooh.
Why did we talk about them?
The head at the time was majorly involved in the project. He was famous for his spiritual power, so the army asked him to help.
The BTS army?
He loaned them a number of his family's prized sacred treasures. You really zeroed in on that bit.
Wait, what? Head at the time was majorly involved in the project. Oh, the one before Saya?
Yeah,
Masamune? Something like that.
Masamune.
Yeah, Masamune, that's the one. Famous for spiritual power. Oh, and he gave away his family's treasures?
At the shelter.
Do you know exactly what the army got?
Yeah, the shelter had a list. A mirror, a chisel, Buddha statues. A mirror?
Oh, like Hanahuko's mirror? What does that mean?
Cursed objects and holy talismans. They were all returned to the family.
Which means they're all in the mansion now.
You kept popping by a few times until one day you just didn't. I only saw you 10 days ago.
I've asked everything I want to know, but something's still bugging me. Did I say anything about the mark when you saw me 10 days ago?
Well, I was so focused on eating that I wasn't paying full attention.
Are you kidding?
Oh yeah, you said the same thing as Hiru about the cannon soldier. There's no way a human head on a statue will make it move.
But it did actually move.
That's what I thought too. And then, you said something strange.
What did I say?
You said what happened 50 years ago wasn't because of the project. It was all because of her. Mary?
Mary Lord! Mary Lord! Her?
That's not all. Or Sayakujo? You said she gave you the mark.
Mary.
That she loved watching you lose your memories and feared death.
Oh, Mary!
You made her kick the bucket once.
Okay, so yeah, because Mary's just a doll with like a spirit inside of her.
Yeah, but she came back to life. You said you needed to do the same thing done 50 years ago to get rid of her.
I already forgot what's the thing that happened 50 years ago. I was thinking World War II, but nah.
Oh.
Well, something around that time. But...
They made the
Oh,
cannon soldier 50 years ago.
Yeah, but I also like the Buddha statue thing with not Asura Buddha, like just like, you know.
Oh.
My heart wants to beat out of my chest. I can feel sweat run down my face. There's no way I can keep calm. Before I lost my memories, I'd known who had cursed me with the mark. Hey, old man. Who's she? Did I tell you?
I wanted to know too, so I asked. But you couldn't answer me. I don't think you were trying to hide it. You just honestly didn't remember.
Was that because of the mark?
Well, that's about all I can tell you. Stay, Bib. We should get going soon.
Go where?
I'll tell you in your car.
Oh no.
I'm real tired of standing. I'd like to sit for a bit.
There's no point arguing here. I'll just get it out of him once we're in the car.
New info was added to the spirit file. My past self.
Oh my god. Find out what happens
in the next
episode.
Oh.
Are you gonna go now or what?
It's
6:30.
I know, we're a little bit later than usual.
Like an outro.
Oh.
So what?
Well, that was intense. See you next time.
Okay, you just repeated what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Goodbye.